happened. Fight started out great. I mean, I feel like it started out with
Let's talk about the locker room too, Reezy. Let's talk about they interactions in the backstage.
Okay, let's go.
Like, cause you say you read people, you read people's eyes, and I do that too. Like, you see if motherfucker timid, they comfortable. You could tell like pre-fight for the most part how it's gonna go.
So what was y'all able to tell?
Well, I saw it in Devin Haney's eyes. Like, he was just moving around, bouncing around, pacing and stuff, doing a lot of the stuff that I thought he don't look for sure comfortable. And Ryan Garcia, who had been tweaking the whole build up,
he was chilling.
He looked like he was chilling. He was all smiles. Niggas was playing classical music. He wasn't bouncing around or nothing. Yeah, I was like, he finna piece this nigga up. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I said.
I also had Ryan Garcia at the start of this fight because I seen Devin Haney box. I was never impressed. To me, all the fights, they always like went to decision. They wasn't like, he didn't take any chances when he fought, right? So I wasn't really, I didn't think he would win this fight, especially knowing Ryan Garcia had been in there with Gervonta Tank Davis already. And so I thought Ryan would win the fight anyway. So I wasn't really looking at Haney to give me nothing pre-locker room. But keep going.
How often do you pick against the black man?
Very rarely.
Rarely, right?
Very rarely. I think I really don't do that shit. So for me to do that, I had to really I really didn't like Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of them that I don't like the Charlo brothers. I think they trash. And Devin Haney
right. So do you think that you want to talk more about the fight or like the shenanigans?
We can talk about the shenanigans because Ryan Garcia was acting a fucking fool all week.
Even
if you don't watch boxing, that's why I'm like, we gotta talk about
who he is.
Even when we were talking about him a couple episodes, it was a few episodes ago. You all were speculating that it was like for a reason that he was acting out and talking about that island. He was talking about a whole bunch of random shit.
He was talking about the kids like raping. Yeah, the kids being raped.
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. And I will say this: after the fight, he still stood on that shit. And so I really have to, at the end of the fight, I was kind of looking to see whether his whole demeanor would switch or not, and it didn't switch all the way, but he kind of stood on that point. So that shit might be real. I'm not gonna lie. And the way he beat bro ass, I think that some of that stuff might have been factual.
Folks married a porn star. Folks walked up to the weigh-in, chugging a beer, missed weight, so that even though he won, he was not able to win the belt.
But his pop said that beer was apple cider.
Oh, it was fake. So he was just playing with niggas.
He might have been fucking mind games the whole time.
Does no apple cider make you lose weight?
I don't know.
Apple cider vinegar.
You can't chug apple cider vinegar.
I don't know. He a boxer. It's possible.
No,
he crazy. But well, back to the fight, to the nitty details of the fight. He came out with a barrage of punches early. I'm like, oh shit, he finna drop his ass right away. And me and Ryan had made some bets, so I had him for the knockout and stuff too. But then after that first round, Haney controlled like the next 5 or 6 rounds of the fight.
He controlled 2 to 6.
2 to 6.
He controlled 2 to 6. Round 7 is where Ryan got to dropping his ass again, and that's like
when the knockdowns happen. And this is another reason I know all this shit is fake, because FanDuel had Haney get dropped down in either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 rounds. This nigga didn't go down until the 7th round. And stayed on the ground. And I told you at one point I was like, what the fuck is that red shit on his knee? I'm like, this nigga knees is bleeding from hitting the damn mat so damn much. I'm like, bro. But yeah, fake. FanDuel, but me and Reezy came up. We won our bet. Yeah, we plus won 1,900.
You know what I'm saying? It was a great night. But I knew Devin Haney. I knew Ryan Garcia was gonna beat him, bro. Simply based off the fact that he was in there with Tank
a much superior fighter. And like nigga ain't had nothing to lose at this point.
Other little side notes. Apparently Ryan Garcia. So let's just talk about the whole weight thing. So Ryan Garcia didn't make weight. He came in 3 pounds heavier. He ended up having to pay Devin Haney $1.5 million for being 3 pounds overweight. It was $500,000 for each pound you were overweight. So that also was a clause in the fight where Ryan Garcia was no longer allowed to win the championship belt from Devin Haney. And so he didn't get to win the championship belt. So that wasn't on the line. So Devin Haney is still the champion of that belt. But
he broke his damn jaw.
Yeah, he fucked him up. And I had a point I was gonna make. Oh, Ryan Garcia, while having to pay Devin Haney $1.5 million, he bet $2 million on himself and won, I think, 10 to 12 million.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So to me, smart little motherfucker. He made up for all the losses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he outsmarted him on a business move. I think, that shit was amazing.
Yeah, just act like this for future boxers. Act crazy so the world could go against you. Because I thought the odds was really outrageous.
It was crazy.
Because it was like he was minus 800 to win. Ryan was like plus 550. I'm like, anybody's going to get any extra money just to put on Ryan. Came up. I'm sure Vegas lost a lot of money this weekend.
I'm not even surprised if that was the move.
That's what I'm saying.
Was to just screw Vegas in general. Like, yo, how can I make the odds against me so bad in the betting? I have to make myself look like I'm not even ready for this fight. Like, I'm not even interested in the fight.
Folks is in there talking, singing songs. Said Devin was like, I don't think Ryan's taking the fight seriously.
That shit was genius, bro.
Yeah. And another thing, well, Vegas kind of won back because of basically pretty much off of Shady McCoy alone. Did you see what he bet?
Yeah, $250,000 to win back $275,000. That's a horrible bet in general. Like,
that's probably the worst bet I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding.
Like, dude, how confident are you to just throw away money like that?
He's an idiot. I never liked him.
He bet $250,000, right?
To only win $25,000.
To only win back $275,000.
I saw that. Wait, who was that?
Shady
LaShawn
McCoy. He used to be a
running
football
back.
player.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he was.
That's CTE.
I didn't think he
Yeah.
was. Right.
His ass a retard.
He's
I
a
didn't think
retarded.
he was somebody famous.
Yeah,
When I
I don't
seen
even
that.
want to mean to say that word. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but we got to keep it a buck.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That word is actually reserved for people that do
Yeah,
stuff like that.
do stuff like that.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
risk $250,000.
To win 25K.
So like that's like that's risking a house to buy a Corolla.
Absolutely. It's retarded.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
He like, damn. So you win, so you lose. So I'm like, no, nigga, you can't cover that shit up. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I hope his bitch smacked him upside his head for that shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know he got money like that to be wasting. I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
That might be what he get paid in a whole year from Fox.
For Fox, right?
Yeah. But also, so with the fight, I thought it was also a great it was a great fight because it had all the moments, right? It was interesting all the way through. Like, we never got bored with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, right when we got bored, niggas start falling to the mat and shit. So that's what makes a good fight. I know a lot of people be like fed up with boxing and shit, but it's a great sport.
Oh, now boxing is still trash.
Nah, you tripping. It's better than any other combat sport
boxing.
that's out.
I don't
It's
like
not better than UFC.
Boxing creates spectacles. UFC don't create spectacles like that.
Why do you say that? Just because they wait 6 months? I know you said that's like you don't feel special with UFC because they fight too often.
Yeah, they fight too often.
Nigga, I seen niggas break their legs and all type of shit in UFC. But I don't watch UFC anyway. It's a little bit too gory for me.
Yeah.
Like I be feeling bad for a motherfucker that just fell and then just getting his head beat in. I can't watch that.
Yep. So Ryan's a star. Do you want to see him fight Tank? What do you want to see? See him fight
Yeah,
Tank?
sure. Let him see fight Tank again so Tank can beat his ass.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but all right.
You don't think he gonna beat his ass?
Well, last time Ryan shaved the weight, he had the rehydration clause. I won't take
Explain that. What the hell does that mean?
So basically, when Tank fought Ryan, they had to go down. I think they fought at it was either 135 or 140. But basically, when Ryan lost all that weight, after a fighter, once they weigh in the night before, they can go and gain.
They do whatever,
They
right?
can go and gain as much weight as possible. Tank had a rehydration clause, but Ryan couldn't go back and gain that weight. So Ryan had to fight at that weight.
Why is that?
Because it keeps them from getting back stronger, right? Because if I weigh in that night before and I go and gain, like Devin Haney didn't fight at 140, he fought at 160. So Ryan Garcia already had 3 pounds on him at the weigh-in, and he didn't try to drain anything, right? So that nigga could have went and bulked up another 30 pounds or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Tank, that rehydration clause says you can't do that.
Right.
We fighting at this weight, and you better be that weight. So now, nigga, your power ain't what your power is. Like, if I would have went home and bulked up to my regular weight, I'm still draining myself, and so I'm weak as hell while I'm out here throwing power punches. You feel me? So that's why. So that's what happened.
So what's the point of a weigh-in anyway? Pretty much.
Well, it's a contract. So this is the thing with the fighters. They all sign contracts. This is why he had to pay him $1.5 million. It was $1.5 million, $500,000 for each pound they broke, right? So then after that happened, the contract breaks because Ryan didn't make weight. Now at this point, Devin Haney could say, I don't have to fight you. You broke the rules of our contract.
I want that money.
Ryan Garcia, like he said, Ryan Garcia gave him the money, and then it's also like Ryan Garcia. This is why I said he played a perfect business move. Because if Devin Haney calls the fight off over 3 pounds, now everybody that bought a ticket to the fight, everybody that's here, Barclays for the fight and all of that shit, They gonna look at him like you a scared little bitch. And so he put him on the clock. And basically he made him say, all right, I'm gonna have to take the fight. You 3 pounds over. My belt ain't on the line. So it's you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that could have helped Ryan a lot because he didn't try to shave anything.
Do we know how much he weighed at the fight time?
We don't. They didn't do another weigh in. Well, they didn't do another weigh in. Like a Tank fight, they would have had to do another weigh in because of that clause.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any more boxing things you want to talk about?
I'm good, man. Shout out. We 20 minutes.
20 minutes in. Let's do it.